I just basically am not convinced that somebody who commits domestic violence ought to have a weapon. When you look at all the data, and Rebecca with Scad-Foster can speak to this as well, we know that when women are being killed, when partners are being killed, it is with a weapon, and the weapon of choice is usually a gun. Now, we wound up with some kind of compromise that all of my colleagues told me I should feel real good about because it did something, but I declare I can't tell you what it did. Because from my perspective, what we failed to do is mirror the federal statute, which says you can't have one.
It used to be all criminal domestic violence cases, first offense, were in magistrate's court. Mandatory. They could not go to general sessions court. In fact, it used to be, Gilda, you remember, criminal domestic violence, second offense was in magistrate's court. Remember that? So you beat your wife or husband twice, and you're still in magistrate's court. What this new law does is, if the solicitor's okay with it, and I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute, all domestic violence cases can now, even first offenses, can now be heard in general sessions court, which is big court, not just magistrate's court. I'm going to tell you why that's important to me. I never thought it was right that someone who beats their spouse should sit in roll call in magistrate's court next to somebody that does 55 and a 35. Beating your wife, beating your husband, beating your child should be a much more tough crime than somebody who's getting a speeding ticket. So, thank you. What this is going to allow us to do is this going to send a message, because now domestic batterers and people, even for their first offense, they're going to get to sit in roll call with other felons in the crowd. And I think that's going to start to send a message about how serious we're taking that crime. So that's one of my favorite changes in the law. The other change that I like is now it used to be if you beat your spouse in front of your child and it was first offense, again, it was mandatory magistrate's court, not general sessions. Now we have this sliding scale of aggravating circumstances. And even if it's your first offense, and even if the solicitor, and again I have to get back to this, wanted to continue to keep the domestic violence cases in magistrate's court, if you do it in front of a child, it's now aggravated to where it's, what is it, domestic violence second degree? Which is a mandatory general sessions offense that carries, I think, 3 years, doesn't it? Yeah, 3-year offense. So what used to be a 30-day offense now is a 3-year offense. So it's the laws are much, much more serious, and that's why I'm telling you, we will see a decrease in aggravated domestic violence cases and in domestic homicides in the next couple of years because of these laws.